Hello, welcome to Classic Toys for the awesome collection. We're looking at the 1960s Astro Trac for the Major Matt Mason toy line by Mattel. This came out in 1968. We'll take a look at the loose one, which we've got a matte astronaut, Matt Mason in there, and take a look at the box. You can see this could go two ways on the shelf. Red lettering straight this way, or you could have it, depending on how they wanted to stock it, this way with the yellow lettering. The other sides all have just basic non-slick glossy logo and information on it. The mighty mobile planet explorer, universal astrofoam traction wheel, skims dust dunes, climbs lunar rocks, circles volcanic moon craters. Got the classic Matt Mason logo. You can see the space stations in the background. Price on this one is $3.89. This is from November of '68, so it would be out right after Thanksgiving for the Christmas of '68. We've got Sergeant Storm shown here, and Matt Mason in the white shown here. Let's look at this here. See, they have different photos. They had all this nice diorama style moon rock that they'd set up and then photograph the toys on. I love my Adventure Team G.I. Joe with the painted artwork, but I also love this with the actual photography and the moon landscape that they did for this, the Mattel toys. It says the same thing here. And it says just the little logo. And then that has the big blue one. Let's take a look at the unit. This is a battery-operated toy. This one, unfortunately, isn't working right now. It's corroded in the battery gear, and so it doesn't work. You just put one battery in there. This would turn once it's in there, and that would turn it on and off. It basically goes straight, and then you can make it turn. You have to use a little pressure. Here, click. So you have it on an angle, and then it would do like circles. They have it, the big foam tires, you can see, aren't here anymore because they were made of a type of material that would just melt away, eat away over the years and the decades since then. There is a secondary market besides the collector market on these, and they do make replacements for those if you want those for your display. We've got a nice Matt Mason sitting in here. This is the last of the line Matt Masons after they did their changes to cheapen them up a little bit. This is the black strap. Originally, he had blue straps with dots and white cuffs. Then they got rid of the white cuffs. Then they got rid of the dots. Then they got rid of the blue and just had it that way. That's how they did it. This is a nice helmet. It's hard to find the helmets without a cracked visor, or sometimes, since this moves and just pinches, you find a lot of helmets without the visor at all. So that's desirable to get the whole thing. He's holding one of his many little accessories they had from the carded accessory packs. That's the little flare gun, the rocket gun. Very cool pistol. See Matt's face in there, looking very nice. And there, see him, they colored, he's got blue eyes. Very cool. There's the, came with a sticker sheet. You had to apply all these stickers. That wasn't done at the factory. And sometimes people didn't put them all correctly in the right way. Like this one should have gone like that, not up and over and like a mistake, but that's what you get. It was a kid's toy to be played with, but you see it's very sturdy, and if it hadn't got the corrosion in there, it would still work. They have a full line of vehicles that they made. There's several other vehicles. One of them I'm going to get to was a giant cannon that also made sounds and lights up. A lot of folks from the comments say they don't remember this line or never even heard of it. I'm well aware of that. Matt Mason is one of the best kept secrets of the Mattel toy line That was a huge toy line in the late 60s into early 70, 71 when we were having the Apollo moon landings, and then it just faded away. They started their other toy line for boys in 68, the Hot Wheels, and of course we all know that, and they started their, in 1959, their big girls line, Barbie, and that's still going. So this is a special place for the kids that found it then, or people that just like classic space toys and action figures and want something vintage or retro. Very cool. You can get these loose figures in all different shapes and sizes, and some of the accessories are always on for sale on eBay. That's where I got most of mine. And then years ago there used to be a magazine called Toy Shop where you'd send away that way. That was way back a few decades ago, before the internet. Always a collector for this line. Very cool toy. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get to more of the vehicles, and hopefully have one of the ones that can work, and then feature more of the space stations and so forth. A lot more packaged figures and carded accessories to come on this. I alternate between this and the G.I. Joe and some other classic toys, as well as doing my Marvel and the comics, and then in my World War II models. So a lot of those are the three main things, and then within the toys there's a variation. So hopefully if you like one and you don't like the other, and a few days later there'll be more of what you're looking for. All right, until next time, thanks for liking and subscribing.